Okay? So in order to make a new word. All right.
Like when Mrs. Jackson was
So
the teacher.
listen carefully to this word, bark. I will change the first sound in bark from a B to a sh, from B to sh. Now we're going to say the new word. Shark. Shark. Okay, Louise, honey, we're just doing it quick. So that's why we're not writing it. Okay. Now we have the word torn. We're going to take the word torn. We're going to replace the t. We're going to change it to k. Corn. Okay. We have the word bore. Bore. Somebody keeps saying like bored. That's not what I'm saying. Please listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying bored. I'm saying boar, like a wild pig, a boar. Boar. To corn. To corn. Okay. We're going to take the B and we're going to add a S. Now we have soar. And then I fly through the air with the greatest of ease. Okay. More. We're going to, Ellie, it is not your chit chat time. We're going to take the and we're going to replace it with ch. Now we have ch or chore. That was bore, B-O-A-R, bore, to soar. Okay, now we have start. We're going to take this. Actually, we're going to take this. And we're going to replace it with d. And now we have dart. All right, did you wash your hands, bud?
Yes.
Okay, good. Dart. Okay? All right. The word is harm. We're going to take the, honey, we're not really writing anything. Nobody else is writing, only Louise. We're going to take the word harm. We're going to take the H and we're going to replace it with ch. Now we have charm. Okay. We have the word card. We're going to take the k. We're going to change it to hard. Okay. We have the word far. We're going to take the, we're going to change it to k. Car. Car, right? Far to car. Okay, we have the word shore. We're going to take the sh. We're going to replace it with ch. Shore. We have the word thorn. Thorn. We're going to take, we're going to replace it with t. Torn. We have horn. We're going to take the, we're going to replace it with b. Born. Very good. Okay. So remember, we are doing controlling our words today, or just O-R, O-R-E, O-A-R, and then R-A-R. Okay. Okay.
I don't have a little space in my backpack.
And my hair keeps getting in. Your hair is driving you bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a bunch of hair ties.
Make your hair wrapping.
See if this one will do the trick. Enough of yours now. Okay. So let's talk about some words that can go into this. I want to talk about, let's talk about boar as in a wild pig, right? A boar snore. Let's talk about snore. As in, when Ashlyn is sleeping, she might snore. That's okay. I snore from time to time. All right, especially when my head gets kind of dragged off to one side and then I snore. Okay. You might want to build a blanket fort. Fort. Okay, and then we have the word yarn. Yarn. Your cat might like to play with a ball of yarn. Louise, honey, we can't just wait up. You just do what you need to do, okay? All right. I don't need to hear everything, Troy. You've got a comment for everything. I love you. I love you. I love you. We do not have time for that. Okay, let's try again, or let's try get you guys to get some words for this. Jaya. Storm. Good. That one goes in just O-R. Storm. Storm. Don't get caught in a storm. Like bored. Bored. Don't be such a bore. I am bored. Okay.
Or like I got.
Oh, born. That's over here. Yeah. Born. Like on the day I was born. Okay. You having troubles?
No.
Kind of. Ashlyn?
Hard.
Hard? Hard. You're making your life hard. Not you. Troy. Barn. When you don't shut the door, people will say, what are you, born in a barn? Although that kind of makes me laugh, just because if you're born in a barn, you should know to shut the door behind you, because otherwise you let the animals out. Let out the critters. What? Farm. Samuel? Darn. Oh, darn. Also, when you like sew up things and fix it, that can be called darning.
Dirt.
Dirt. Dirt. Ashlyn?
Yard.
Yart? Does that sound like a word to you?
I just made up a word. Yacht.
Yeah, that's not a real word. Yacht is a word, but does it fit into our spelling pattern? Nope.
Oh.
Car. Amy, I would love for you to come up with a word. Amy?
Cart.
Cart. Sophia? Carry. Does that go R? No. So that's one of our sight words for the week, but it does not fit into our actual spelling pattern because it doesn't make the same sound.
Yeah. Snore.
Snore. I already have that up here.
Oh.
Jan?
Yard.
Yard. You guys are really with the R words today. Yard. Ashlyn?
Roar.
Roar. Roar. Roar. Well, you can hear the but it doesn't really say R, does it? So it goes but it's not R. So I don't know, like it kind of fits, but I think when you're saying it most of the time, when you say just roar, it's not like R.
Roar.
If that makes sense. Okay. What?
Roar, like W-A-R-M.
Warm. Or that's kind of funny because yes, but that's why it's on our site list word. it says AR, but it doesn't go R, right?
War.
Card.
Like a key card.
Like a key card, a debit card. Sophia? Car. Yeah, we've got that on there. I can't hear. Will you quit tearing pages out of that? Or I'm not going to let you write in there anymore because you're not even writing down what you need to be writing down and you just keep tearing pages out.
Okay.
First graders, you guys need to turn your volumes down. That's too loud. Okay, Sophia, what?
Huh? I think you should she's saying corn.
Corn? Corn. 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 Jaya? Or the number 4 doesn't really fit into our spelling pattern because that's spelled F-O-U-R. Yeah, so it does not fit into our spelling pattern. Okay, Louise? Torn. Troy?
I have two. One is corn. And another one is more.
Corn and more. Ashlyn? R.
A-R.
A-R.
You have so many A-R words.
I know we got lots of ARs today. Samuel, do you have an idea of a word? Okay, your brain needs to be working on overtime here. Louise.
Core.
Core, like an apple core.
And like the core of the earth.
Like the core of the earth. Let's think of more OR words, more OR words spelled O-A-R. There's not a whole bunch. Like there's like soar through the air with the greatest of ease, the daring young man. And you know what? I will put roar, even though I think that's kind of tricky. It's kind of a tricky one because it really depends on how you pronounce it. But because if you just go roar, doesn't really sound, but roar. Jaya? Dinosaur. Okay. I'm gonna have to.
Dinosaur. It's a big word.
It doesn't.
A-U-R.
Yeah, like it's not really.
That's one of our spelling patterns.
Yeah, it's A-U-R, so it doesn't. As Amy said, it doesn't quite fit into the spelling pattern that we're working on. It does make that same sound. What?
Yeah. Barf.
What?
Barf.
Barf. Please don't barf. Oops. Nobody wants to barf.
So does it go in the A-R?
Louise? What? R. Like the word R, like A-R-E-R.
Mart? Yeah.
Mart, yeah, like Walmart, like a store is Mart. Okay, what about like horse? Not as in like a horse that you ride, but like when your throat gets kind of scratchy and you sound kind of funny, that's like your horse. Like you're getting, people might say, "Ooh, you sound kind of hoarse this morning." And it doesn't mean that you sound like a horse. It means that your voice kind of sounds kind of scratchy. What, Louise?
Mark.
What?
Mark.
Mark. Like, make your mark on this world.
So, like that suit in Iron Man. It's called Mark 9. What was
Okay.
it?
All right. Score. Score. Like when we make a point, we score. Jaya? Jar and what? Jar. And then remember, we capitalize Mars because it is the name of a planet. It is a proper noun. So we capitalize it just like we capitalize our names. What, Rudy?
Jarvis.
Jarvis. Okay. Jarvis. Somebody's been watching some Iron Man, I think, right?
And the Mark suit.
Okay. What about the word park? Park. Can you see that, Troy? Sammy, I moved the computer a little bit. Okay.
Place the M of Mark, and you put a P.
Yeah. Okay. Charm, like a good luck charm, or when you're very nice, you might charm people. That means that kind of make them like you. Charm, chart. When you go to the doctor, they look at your chart to make sure they know everything about you, medical wise. Over here, OR, pork. Pork. When you eat pig, you're eating pork. Okay. Dark. I'm gonna squeeze that in there. Dark. Don't be afraid of the dark. Okay. Shh. Sort. We're kind of sorting words into their spelling patterns right now. Sophia? What?
Hot.
Hot?
Oh, hot.
Okay, shh. Use it in a sentence.
As in Scotland.
What?
As in Scotland.
What?
As in Scotland.
Heart. R. So you're not really saying the R sound. You're just going ah, You're not making your R's very clear. And so what you need to focus on is making that R sound, so you can make your R really strong. So she means part, like part one, and that's why sometimes I'll ask you to use it in a sentence too, because if you're not quite making the pronunciation that I can hear you very well, then we. So Haiti.
Darman.
What?
Darman.
Darman? You're thinking about the word doorman.
The doorman is named.
There's no such thing as doorman.
There's no such thing as doorman.
Like there are things that so doormen work at like big hotels, and they work at even some apartment buildings in big places, and they stand at the door and they kind of make sure that people are safe, and they make sure that not a bunch of random people are going into hotel or into the hotels or apartment complex. So yeah, those are called doormen.
Have you heard of the monster named Hush?
No.
He hushes you.
Sounds like my kind of monster. All right.
If he hushes you too much.
All right. There's also like the word, like we have torn, but then also tore. Oh, sorry, that goes over here. The E at the end. Tore, like I tore that up. Okay. Jaya? Well, yeah, you've got your base word farm and you just add for farmer. Right, the action. Stop. Shh. Ashlyn?
Sore, as in my back is sore.
Sore, as in I have a very sore back. Need to stretch. My back is sore.
That's weird. Well, mine's
What's weird?
That's a weird stretch your back.
All right. What? Think about the word like smart. Art. Smart. Okay, Rudy.
Sure.
Sure. Or why do I always try to put it in the wrong one? Shore, like I'm gonna go to the seashore.
Yeah.
Okay. What about hark? Like hark. The herald angels sing. Okay, hark and Jan? What? Harp. Ashlyn? Heart.
Now we have that. Like,
That is H-E-A-R-T. Yep, heart. H-E-A-R-T. Okay, all right. You guys did some good ones. Good ones. Troy? Core? Core?
I know one.
Louise?
Lore. This is what.
Lore, like let me tell you a story. An old tale of lore. Okay. All right. Very good. You guys did great. You may erase your boards.
I have nothing but my board. It's a recess time.